So first, in order to understand the cryptography in detail, let's have a basics foundation of cryptography, and then we'll basically start the cryptography topic. See, when we say cryptography, okay. So when I say crypto, is basically called as a secret, and graphy is basically called as a science of writing. Before going to understand the cryptography, we have one concept which is called as a data security. We have one concept which is called as a data security. See, when we say data security is basically two type. One is basically called covert, and one is basically called overt. I repeat, one is basically called covert and one is basically called overt. When I say overt mean open security. It mean in front of you data is there, but it is encrypted. If you have a key, you can able to decrypt the data. So that is what we called as a overt. Is the first one clear? Overt mean open. You know this data is encrypted, but until unless you don't have a key, you can't able to decrypt this data. That is basically called as a overt. The second is basically called as a covert. Covert is basically called as a closed. Close mean in front of you there is a image. In front of you there is a image. You assume it's a image, but behind the image there is a data. Behind the image there is a data. So when I say cryptography, the cryptography is basically more over the overt security. Okay, it basically address the data security in a overt manner. Okay, it offer the overt data security. It encrypt the data and encrypt in such a manner that no one can able to read it until unless he has a key. So when I say cryptography is all about science of writing data in a secret text. Initially, cryptography was introduced for the data secrecy only, but later on it was used for the integrity, authenticity, and other things also. What is that? We'll discuss later. When it comes to cryptography is basically two type. One is basically called modern, and second is basically called as a classical. One is basically called as a modern and one is called as a classical. When I say classical is basically two type. Classical is basically two type. One is basically called as a transposition, and second is basically called as a substitution. So when I say transposition mean trans plus position. Trans plus position. It means transparently changing the position. Is the first point clear to everyone? Transposition means transparently changing the position. But one thing is very important in the cryptography require two things. One is basically called as a key, and second is basically required the algorithm. One is basically required key and one is basically required algorithm. Key is basically called as a logic. Sorry, key is basically called as a factor. An algorithm is basically called as a logic. Same like you have a lock. Lock is your algorithm. Example, okay? We have a different type of lock, they work in a different order, and that need to be operated by the unique keys. So keys is basically the factors which basically use the algorithm to drive the encryptions. So I'm using alphabets here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So this is basically the alphabets we have. Initially what happened, like, when it comes to cryptography, we have a two things here. One is basically encoding, and one is basically called as an encryption. When I say encoding, in the encoding what happened, data is basically convert into another value. We just doing a replacement on the character levels. characters level. That is basically happening encoding. Whereas the encryption basically doing the changes in the binary levels. Example of the encoding is like A was replaced with B, or B was replaced with F, or F is replaced with 1. So we just replacing the characters. With encryption, in the encryption what happen is we have a plain text here. The plain text will be converted into binary, and we required key for XOR, so that will be converted into binary, and then we do the XOR between those two values. So when it comes to encoding, we're replacing the character, okay, and in the encryption we're doing the changes in the binary level. Now when I say transposition means changing the position. Okay, so we decided that we're going to use key, which is called as a 1, an algorithm. I'm going to use plus, so I'm going to use plus and 1, plus and 1. So we have a plain text here which is called as a security. We have one plain text which is called as a security. Exactly, Nagesh, you're right. Plain text is basically called as a security. Nagesh, encoding is also more about changing the format. Encoding is that, yes, yeah, like we're using these encoders, right? We have an algorithm which is basically used to convert them. We don't involve any key, and we know XOR value will be converted into ciphertext. You are right. XOR is a calculation, Vinod. XOR is basically we perform between the plain text and the key. Is it clear? Like example, we have 0101 is basically a plain text. 0111 is a key. The output of that is basically the XOR value which is encrypted. Okay, so we are talking about logic, which is basically an algorithm, and one is basically called as a key. So we have a plain text here which is called as a security. I need to convert, so I'm going to use a transposition. Transposition means changing the position. So we have a S plus 1 is E, so E will be the first, E plus 1 is C, C will be the second, C plus 1 is U will be the third, R will be the next, I T Y S. So here what happened, we basically perform the transposition. Where in the substitution what happened is, so substitution is basically all about replacing the values, not replacing, using the alternate. So we have a E plus 1 is F, clear? C, D, U, V, R, S, T, U, Y, Z. So these are basically called as a substitute value. Okay, so this is something which has happened in the traditional cryptography. But when I say modern cryptography, when I say modern cryptography is basically three type, two type actually. One is basically called as symmetric, and second is basically called as a asymmetric. Symmetric is also called as a shared key. Asymmetric, it's called a public key. Is the first one clear? Symmetric is basically called as a shared key, and asymmetric is basically called as a public key cryptography. Primary advantage of symmetric, it is fast. Primary disadvantage of the asymmetric, it is slow. It is basically for use for the data security, data encryption, and asymmetric is basically used for key exchange. Now, the first we are going to discuss about the symmetric. So in the symmetric, what happened? We have a system A, we have a system B. Okay, so we have a data here. Now, what happened is data I protected with a password. Just forget about cryptography for a second. We just protect the data with a password, and I sent that protected file to a system B. My first question is it possible that B can able to break this file with any random password, or can he able to decrypt without password? No, right? Just take a same example like a WinRAR we have, right? WinRAR. In the WinRAR, the same thing. In the WinRAR, I basically encrypt the file with the password. I send it to the B system, and he basically needs the same password to decrypt the file from a WinRAR. So here what happened, we use the key here, key 1. and by that help of key 1, I was able to encrypt this data. Now question is, I need to send a key. So this is the one channel in which I send the data. Okay, if I use the same channel, if I use the same channel for a key also, so there is an attacker example. If he intercept the data also, and he intercept the key also. Is the first one clear to everyone? There is a possibility that he can able to intercept the channel in which the data has been sent. He also intercept the key, because what happened here is the key which is basically used to encrypt the data, protect the data, the same key we have to use to decrypt the file. Is the first one clear? This is what a symmetric cryptography, where we use the same key to encrypt and decrypt the data, and this is what we does. Okay, this is what we does. But concern here is with the symmetric key cryptography is the concern here is key exchange. The biggest concern with the symmetric key cryptography is basically called as a key exchange. Is the first point clear to everyone? Because when you're sending a key, there is a possibility that it can be vulnerable for the disclosure, because on the same channel you're sending a data, and on the same channel you're sending a key. So data and key, when you're sending on the same channel, it can be vulnerable for the man in the middle attack. Okay, it can be vulnerable for the man in the middle attack. So symmetric key cryptography, where we basically use the same key to encrypt the data and same key to decrypt the data. The only concern here is sending a key via network. So that's why we basically use the out of band key exchange. We basically use out of band key exchange. So when I say out of band key exchange, mean first via voice, second via PKI, or you can say asymmetric, third physically handover. Okay, physically handover PKI and voice is basically my outer band key exchange. Outer band mean not on the same band, we are basically sending a key and data. So this is basically happen in the symmetric. Done.